I'd like to talk about the trampoline, a piece of equipment that it's possible I've made at least 5, if not 6 events. The original trampoline was started in 1995 when I was still in my Canal Street studio. When I first got the trampoline, I decided that I'd put a scaffold at one end and a scaffold at the other end that had a platform here and here that the dancers could come onto the trampoline, bounce, and leave the trampoline. And connecting the 2 scaffold towers, I had 2 pipes so that we could interrupt what I thought of as this incessant, unbelievably boring rhythm of the jumping and the jumping and da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And so they could go up there, and some of them would go, for instance, off the trampoline, go face to face, grab the pipes, and 2 more people would come and get caught in the legs going horizontally, and they'd land and then they'd get off. And I was able to arrest the rhythm that was a tedious rhythm that the trampoline erupted into no matter what you did. You always had to, depend on the weight of your body, go down, hit the trampoline, come up. Maybe you could do a flip, you go back down onto your stomach. And we were experimenting at this time with changing our base of support and gaining a technique for being able to put our bodies flat down on the trampoline, then go to our legs like this, and then land on our shins, and then go out onto our backs and come back up to vertical and be able to perhaps do a duet. And if you're doing a duet on the trampoline, we realized, because I knew nothing about trampoline. Luckily, Hope Clark was in the company, and she was able to, because she had jumped on a trampoline before, be able to really help direct what I wanted to have happen on it, and she herself invented a lot of vocabulary that was possible because of her enormous skill. And you were able to create this duet, like you'd go like this, you go like this, you go like this, you do a bevel, you get up, but it's always off time. You couldn't ever land at the same time, or you would punch the jump. So we were commissioned by Wolf Trap, Terry Jones, the producer, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of flight of the Wright brothers. And it was one of the most profound commissions I've ever had. And we got to go to Kitty Hawk, where the Wright brothers conducted a whole series of experiments which led to the first 12 seconds of flight. And what was so amazing is that the job of trying to celebrate them was enormous. And on the dunes, we were allowed to go. I put the trampoline on the dunes, and I was trying to figure out how the vocabulary for a trampoline, which we called then Wild Blue Yonder, because I just wanted it to look like you were flying, 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 and I was enormously excited. Actually, the Tuskegee Airmen were in the audience, and when they heard their anthem, which was the Air Force anthem, which I know was tricky to use, but I really liked the song. And when the song came on and the trampoline came on, all the Tuskegee Airmen in the audience stood up, and it was just, everyone was applauding, and it was like a love fest, I have to say. And it was really one of the coolest commissions I've ever had. Lo and behold, this trampoline ended up holding its own. I was just elated and ecstatic that we took the risk, and he took the risk, Terry Jones, our producer, to try and represent something as monumental as the 100th anniversary of flight. And it was my trusty trampoline that did it again.